Cast on a very important and timely topic. We begin by saying, can we talk? And we say, thank you, Joan Rivers, for your very special and robust defense of Israel during a very, very difficult time in the recent summer's Gaza Strip. And therefore, to learn of the circumstances of the passing of Joan Rivers was sad. But even more sad and disappointing was the fact that Joan was cremated. Sadly, my dear friends, after the cremation of Joan Rivers and many others, once again we are reminded that we all must include and make our children and grandchildren aware, and not to take it for granted, of the importance of letting them know that cremations are against Jewish law. It is with this in mind, I've launched a campaign to spread the word on why cremation is not a choice in Jewish life. You know, cremation puts the traditional Jewish burial in grave danger. No pun intended. And subsequent to these recent, awareness of people choosing to cremate, I received too many calls to help stop a cremation, to explain why is it against Jewish law. And therefore, allow me this opportunity to inspire you and to inspire the community, to inspire ourselves, to bring more awareness on this very troubling and down-to-earth matter. Through the power of the internet, talking to colleagues and friends, plus informal surveys of Jewish funeral homes, I'm alarmed to find the growing number of Jewish families opting to cremate the remains of their loved ones. Now I must say, dear friends, dear audience, the choice by many to cremate is mostly for the lack of understanding and knowledge. People simply don't know what happens to the soul after death, after passing, and appreciating what we do makes all the difference when we make those appropriate burial decisions. To be buried gives truth. To be buried in the ground gives truth to the belief that the life of a person does not end. Life is eternal. Burial purifies the body in preparation for its ultimate return at the time of the revival of the dead, the resurrection of the dead, with the coming of Tchias HaMesim. One of the most important principles of Jewish faith is that there'll come a time when all those who've passed on will come back. According to Jewish law, if a person insists that he not be buried, we may not listen to him. The body and the soul are partners forever. The body remains the eternal vessel, the keli, for that soul, to be rewarded for providing the soul with the passion and the intensity in fulfilling life's purpose. To cremate or not to cremate is not a question. And I'm inviting individuals and community leaders to join in this effort to highlight the focus on this vital Jewish issue. Allow me to share with you now why bury and not cremate, and some good reasons of why not to cremate. Why the Jewish way? Why bury is the Jewish way and not to cremate? Many Jews are asking if cremation is an acceptable alternate to in-ground burial. Isn't cremation simple and inexpensive? Isn't cremation quick and the least burden on the children? Many people have said to me, Rabbi, I've chosen to be cremated because my children won't come to visit me. They live on the other side of the country. And other such reasons. Jewish educators and funeral homes serving the Jewish community have reported the rapid increase in Jewish people asking about and asking for cremation. Here in the United States of America, they project that 50% of all deaths of all people are going to be an ending with cremation. Jewish law and tradition is to be buried in the ground. Let me first quote from you from the book of Genesis, the Torah, Bereshis. Abraham, the first Jew, buries his wife, his dear wife Sarah. All the other patriarchs and matriarchs are all buried. We have the words in Deuteronomy, you shall surely be buried. You shall surely bury him. In the Jewish tradition, there's a Chevra Kadisha, a holy burial society, who carefully and lovingly washes the body and dresses the body in tachrichim, in those simple white burial garments with no pockets. The Chevra Kadisha, this holy group, this burial society, treats the body with utmost respect. This body was the vehicle through which that individual lived for so many years, brought life into this world, contributed to this world, gave love, received love, made an impact, fulfilled its godly mission. That's how important the body is. It's a partner with the soul. The Chevra Kadisha, those who prepare the body after a person passes on, they actually ask forgiveness if they had violated the person's privacy in the proper preparation. This beautiful and profound ritual is usually not available for those who will be created and those who are cremated. Let me share with you some good reasons not to be cremated. Our body doesn't belong to us. Our body doesn't belong to us. It is given to us on loan for the duration of our life on this world. We are charged with looking after our body and are permitted to use it for furthering the cause of goodness in this world. Once our soul returns to where it came from, we lose any rights in the body. We must return it as it is. Cremation is like borrowing someone's car and torching it instead of giving it back. That's not nice. A second reason, a central Jewish belief is that those who have passed away will be resurrected when Mashiach arrives. That means that their souls will be returning to their bodies and they will live again. The Jewish burial practices prepare the body for that experience. Sadly, cremation makes that very difficult. A third reason, I spoke to someone who attended a friend's cremation. I was struck by her reactions to the funeral. She said that the atmosphere could not be described except as being very awkward. Here was a group of people coming to pay their respects to a loved one. At the front of the room stood an urn. Try as she might, she was unable to make the association between her friend and the urn. There was no sense that honor was really be given and being paid to the departed. Her presence, in that urn was no longer felt. The fourth reason why a person should consider the importance of being buried and not for cremation. In Kabbalah, Jewish mysticism teaches that the soul of the departed remains hovering around the body at the funeral. It hears the eulogies and sees those who have come to bid a final farewell. After the burial, a part of the soul always remains at the gravesite. There they can be visited. There, this soul is aware and attentive to all those who come to pay a visit to the gravesite. Being cremated is unfair to the mourners. They cannot be expected to say farewell to an urn. They have no gravesite to visit. The soul has no resting place in this world. So, dear friends, please, I ask of you, please spread the word. Make sure your friends, members of your family, or even of yourself, to make it clear in your wishes exactly after 120 years may all of us be healthy and well to live for many, many good years. But the family should be aware of your wishes. No cremation, but a proper Jewish burial. And now, in honor of the high holidays, I'd like to share with you, that we have a high holiday anthem. Just like nations, states, and provinces have their anthems. You know what an anthem is? It's a piece of music that expresses the essence of the entity it celebrates. There's a common theme which unites all of different people in the different activities of life of that place. For example, here in the United States of America, we have the Star-Spangled Banner. It's played here in the USA. The common theme of the anthem gives voice to exactly this, that we are proud to be Americans. We are grateful for the opportunities this country has given us. We know that our security has been bought with sacrifice and blood. And we know that only an absolute steadfastness in protecting our liberties will retain them. The Star-Spangled Banner, the anthem here in the United States, with that we are cognizant of the truths. When we see the swearing in of a new president, and of course when we're enjoying ourselves at a baseball game, as they are both equally crucial to both. So I share with you today, there is a Jewish high holiday anthem. In this season, it's a high holiday season and it has a special anthem. Because we all know we're now in a very important season of profound, powerful, diverse days on the Jewish calendar. We are looking forward to the festivals, the special dates of this season. They are plucking at the string of our being. And they are tugging, so to speak, at our soul. This is the special days we're in right now, what we're looking forward to. During the month of Elul, during this time now, we engage in introspection, self-evaluation. Soon will be Rosh Hashanah. We will be exploring our personal and communal connection to God and renew our belief that we can make a difference in our world. Then we will be following with the 10 days of Teshuvah, the 10 days of returning, which will climax on Yom Kippur. Yom Kippur is when we confront the negativity of our past. We then connect to ourselves and to our ultimate source at a level deeper than our shortcomings can reach. And with that power of that bond, we're able to transform the bitterness of the past year into the sweetness and of a better future. And with that newfound closeness that we have with God on Yom Kippur, we then enter into the festival of Sukkot, where every aspect of our lives, and we step out of our home and we walk into this makeshift booth, symbolizes our being embraced with the presence of God and God's love for each and every one of us, and our reciprocal love for God and our God's love for us. An experience that brings out and engenders great happiness, which culminates, of course, in the joyous days of Shmini Atzeres and Simchas Torah. Now, these experiences are varied, but they're all part of one single continuum. And all these days have an anthem, a special anthem, that expresses this continuity, the connection of all these holidays. What is the anthem of the high holiday season? Which spans this month, the Jewish month of Elul and Tishrei, is Psalm number 27. It starts with the words, L'Dovid Hashem Oiri. God, King David says, God is my light. And for 50 days, from the beginning of Rosh Chodesh, the beginning of the month of Elul, till the 7th day of Sukkot, Hoshana Rabbah, we recite this anthem, this psalm, twice a day, morning and evening. Its opening line, God is my light, is the key to all of the experiences of what life is all about and the depth of this high holiday month. God is my light. Think about this. What is the purpose of light? Is to reveal. With light, we're able to reveal, to see clearly on the things that it shines upon. This anthem, this psalm, gives voice to our sense that during this time of the year, God is uniquely accessible. And we can therefore open the doors of our consciousness and come close to God and allow His light to reveal in all that we possess. But somehow we've missed in the dim corridors of the everyday life in the past year. This light that comes to us in the month of Elul and into the high holidays is the overreaching theme of this entire season. With light, we reveal our flaws. It reveals our potential to be able to transcend and overcome those flaws. It reveals that our negativity runs no deeper than a bad dream from which we can wake up with a surge of willed consciousness to live a better life. This light of this high holiday season through this anthem reveals that our dream of perfection is a vision that we are empowered to attain. We can live and make this world and experience a world filled with light and hope. This light reveals that we're really not far away from God and from godliness as we thought we were. It reveals that we're not a separate entity from God, but really an extension of God's essence. This high holiday season reveals our ability to see this divine quality in everyone else, the entire world, to see the goodness and the kindness in every human being. In fact, the high holiday, the Jewish New Year, Rosh Hashanah, is celebrated on the birthday, not of the Jewish people, but on the birthday of Adam and Eve. When we celebrate our Rosh Hashanah, we are praying for the well-being of the entire world, of everybody. Because in every human being, there's a spark of godliness. In every human being, there's a divine image. This light, this hope, what we experience during these special months and this special time, reveals our capacity to rise above the pain of the present time. It reveals our capacity to rejoice in what is real and what is eternal in our lives. As we say these magnificent words each day during this crucial period, we ask Hashem, let us open ourselves to the godly light within ourselves, within us, and transform ourselves and the entire world around us for good. Wishing everybody a very happy, healthy, and sweet New Year. May we merit very speedily the coming of Mashiach. There'll be no more wars, no more ISIS, just special opportunities to lick Italian ISIS with prosperity, good health, and good news. Thank you, and sei gesund.